Hey Digital Media class, I'm here to show you what you're going to do today. Our goal is to create a flyer or a poster to encourage people to come to our showcase night. And the first thing we need to do before we even use our computer and use Canva, which you know how to do because we practiced that yesterday, which you know how to do, but the first thing we need to do is to create a plan. And so you'll have a piece of paper and you're going to draw what your poster should look like. It's a draft, so it will change when you actually use Canva, but you need to make a draft. And so you're going to use, I have all the information that you need on your page. So to start your work, get onto Canvas, which you already are, and your plan is here, the information of what you need to do. So you're going to create your plan, use the planning paper that you created the other day for your commercial, and then the paper from Mrs. Schreiner. That paper is right here, and it will download it to your computer if you already have it. So then you just click it and open it up, and that way you can go back and forth. You can look at it here, and so you want to look at it. We've already looked at it, and we'll use that. And then we use our planning paper, type in showcase or plan, and here's my example. I'm going to go back and I have my details here. So really, you have the information that you need to be able to put on here. So you're going to use your planning paper and the paper from Mrs. Schreiner. I have some pictures that I downloaded off of the middle school Facebook page. Those are there if you'd like to use those so you know what you're talking about. And you can click on that. And you have pictures here. You have little thumbnails. If you click on the little squares, it'll turn into bigger pictures, and you can see I chose pictures where students were doing things, having examples of showcase events. So you have all of this here. And you're going to make sure that you draw a plan with a title, pictures, date and time, and the list of what's happening. That's what we need to do. That's the important information. Our main idea, invite parents to come to the Goshen New Tech Middle School Showcase Night. What are the supporting details? Pictures of students doing new tech things, and the information about what parents will find out when they're there. Make sure that make sure that you write sentences on your paper. Okay, that's what we're going to do. You're going to write it out. The requirements, a title, 3 images, it's neat, you have the date and time, and you'll tell their parents what they'll see. And then what am I looking for? It needs to be, obviously it needs to be accurate, important, persuasive, and interesting to look at. And here's where your help is. Oh look, you're watching the video right now. And then there'll be a picture of the plan once it's finished right here on the Canvas site that you're watching. If you finish, work on your script for your commercial or work on the autobiography from yesterday, and if you get that done, then you can talk to the teacher about what you need to do. Okay, so I'm going to get started on the my planning. So I start with my main idea, and that's inviting parents to come to the New Tech Showcase Night. So I'm going to use that as the title, and I will start with my title, Goshen New Tech Showcase, and then I like to do a subtitle, just people's brains. Think about what you look at. You look at the title, and then if there's little text underneath it, and that gives you a quick summary. And we'll do, and again, this is a rough draft, so come find out more about Goshen New Tech Middle School. And then I'm going to put, I'm going to put the logo here. Sometimes I like having the 2 pictures up at the top, because if you have one, then there's a lot of wasted space around it. So I'm just going to write logo in here, and I will put the copy of that into the drive for you. And then next we have plenty of space. I am going to put some pictures of students. So, and I'm just going to label those pictures so that I know what they are. And again, I'm just drawing a box and writing students so that I know that that's where a picture goes. I leave a little bit of space here. I maybe might put a small piece of text that drives us down to the next part of the page. And then the next part of the page, I'm going to list some bullet points of what parents will find. Actually, I'll probably put the date and time here now that I think about it, right? Because, oh, what's this about? Showcase night. What am I going to find out? Come find out about the showcase, date and time, and then what am I going to find? You start with the most important information and you narrow it down. It's a trick that people use in creating videos and writing newspaper articles, and it works for this. You start up top, everybody reads from top to bottom. So that's what we're going to do. So November 4th, 6 to 7:30, put the little PM in there, at Goshen Middle School. Okay, so I just add my new part here. And then I'm going to create some bullet points. Think about the text features that help you read. Bullet points, lists. It kind of directs your mind and keeps it focused. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Mrs. Schreiner's newsletter or announcement that she has. And I'm going to read it again just because I need to remember, because we've got lots of stuff going on. It's okay to go back and read it. You've got lots of stuff going on. Take your time to come back and read it. You don't have to memorize it. Okay, so she talks a lot about 5th grade. She says 5th grade in the first 3 paragraphs, so that must be important. So we want to make sure that we... So the first part is some information about how this new tech will prepare students for college and high school. And then the next part is get to meet staff. And then the next part is experience activities. So those are the 3 things that I'm going to key on. Work with 3 things. Come up with a list of 3s. It's easy. People expect it. And it's just a good trick to keep it simple and help you stay focused. So I'm going to use a lot of active language where I'm telling people to come, visit, look. Things that are nicely telling people what to do. Not be bossy, but I think tell them what they need to do, because that's our job. Come see how new tech can prepare We had our title, which draws us in, some pictures, the new tech logo, just so that kind of gets that in the head. It's the first thing that people see. They look at the top. All right, I know it's new tech. What's going on? And then the second, the subheading, tells us come see the open house night, the showcase night. Then the date, and then some pictures of kids, our information, and then I have some space down here at the bottom, and so I'm going to put 3, 4 pictures down here. Just, they don't need to be huge, but I need to be thinking, and I can adjust this. That's why this is a draft. But I'm going to be thinking of pictures that show close-ups, that show kids smiling, that show kids doing something and learning. Because think of those emotions again. That's what we're going for, is trying to get people to connect with this. And so this is my plan. Rough draft. We'll use it. You'll use it tomorrow when you make your Canva. Have a good day. Be good for the substitute.